Welcome back guys. So in this video I'll be reviewing JBL Quantum 300 headset. Now it's a hybrid gaming headset. It works with PC, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, mobile, Mac and VR. The headset also supports 7.1 channel virtual surround sound. JBL calls it JBL Quantum Surround. It's very useful for positional accuracy. You can very easily get to know about the direction from where your enemy's footsteps are coming. The headset is also Discord, TeamSpeak and Skype certified. Now to make use of JBL Quantum surround sound, you need to use their software JBL Quantum Engine, but this software is only available on PC and you need to connect the headphone to your PC using the USB adapter. I tested it on my mobile using the 3.5mm jack. Even without the JBL Quantum surround, the sound quality was very good, I have to say. There was no static noise, the sound was loud and clear. I'll be comparing it with my older headset. It's Quotient Edge G2200. Now I use this headset for about 4 years, but now its left cup is not working. In the later part of the video, I'll be playing some audio samples that I recorded using the mics of JBL Quantum 300 and Quotient Edge G2200. Now I bought JBL Quantum 300 from Amazon for rupees 5000. It's roughly around $66. The price of my Quotient Edge G2200 headset was around rupees 4000 or $53. The first unit that I received last week had a faulty mic, so I returned it. Amazon quickly provided me with a replacement unit. So let's just start with the unboxing. Yeah, so this is our headset. You can see owner's manual and your warranty card. This is the quick start guide. These are the tech specs. The headset comes with 50mm neodymium drivers in each of its cups. The frequency response range is from 20Hz to 20,000Hz. It also comes with a flip up to mute, voice focus directional boom mic. You can see the other specs here yourself. Now let's check out the headset. Its cable is quite long, I have to say. It's 1.2 meter in size. Then we have the USB adapter. It also comes with a very long cable. This cable's length is around 1.5 meter. And you can see how long this USB adapter is. The wire of my Quotient Edge G2200 headset only has this USB adapter. So I cannot connect it to mobile phones that have a 3.5mm port. But you can connect the JBL headset to your mobile phone using the 3.5mm jack. And if you want to connect it to your PC, you can connect the 3.5mm jack to this port. And now you can connect the USB adapter to your PC. Checking out the build quality, you can see the ear cups are very soft. It's soft memory foam. You can see that the headband is also cushioned. I'll remove all of these plastic coverings. The headband is entirely plastic. Plastic sliders are provided, so you can adjust the headphone to your liking. This is the flip up to mute mic. You can see it comes with a windshield foam. There is a certain click sound when you flip up or flip down the mic, indicating that the mic has been turned off or turned on. JBL has used a glossy finish for both of these ear cups. You can see we can also rotate these ear cups. Now I have to say, even with the plastic build, the headset does not feel flimsy. It's not like it's going to break anytime soon. There is a volume slider on the left cup. It's a very flimsy plastic slider. There are no inline controls on the wire. The headset is very comfortable to use, I have to say, and it is very lightweight since the build is entirely plastic. Comparing it with my Quotient Edge G2200 headset, JBL could have done better by incorporating a metallic headband with cushioning. This headset was built like a tank and I did not experience any damage due to rough handling. Both of these headsets have 50mm drivers. I'll be measuring the audio level of the right cup of both of these headsets to give you an idea how loud both of these headsets are. Now my primary usage is for PC gaming and recording gameplays with voiceovers. I tested its mic on PC and the recorded audio was very clear, I have to say. It does a good job of reducing the ambient noise. The only issue I had was that the recorded audio's amplitude level was on the lower side, but I used the Audacity software to boost the amplitude. I was also able to record audio using its mic when I connected it to my mobile phone using the 3.5mm jack. I connected it to Redmi K20 Pro. I did not have to use any splitter to use its mic. I'll play the recorded audio sample in the later part of the video. You can also connect the headphone to your mobile using the USB OTG adapter in case your phone does not have the 3.5mm port. I did not observe a very big difference in terms of audio quality when connecting the headset to the mobile phone using the 3.5mm jack or the USB adapter. On PC, we can customize the audio to our liking using the JBL Quantum Engine software. We can use the equalizer to adjust the audio. We can also use any of the presets that they have provided. The virtual surround system can be activated or deactivated from the software itself. Now if you are using this headset on a hot day, you will be sweating a lot, but this happens with almost every headset. I have to say the noise isolation is quite good. It's not easy to hear any sound coming in from your external environment when you are wearing this headset. The headset works very nicely with my PS Vita as well. So if you are looking for a gaming headset that works with multiple devices, it's one of the best gaming headset out there. I have to say that the audio quality is very good. It's loud and clear. Even at 100% volume, there is no static noise present. After this, I'll be playing some audio samples that I recorded using the mics of G20-200 and JBL Quantum 300. It's advised that you use headphones or earphones to listen to these audio samples. This is going to be the mic test for JBL Quantum 300 headphone. I have connected it to my PC via the USB adapter. In the background, a ceiling fan and a window AC are running, so there may be some noise. One thing that I like about this headphone is that it works with PC, mobile and consoles. It comes with a flip up to mute mic. The headphone is also Discord certified. This is a mic test for JBL Quantum 300 headphone. I have connected it to my mobile using the 3.5mm jack. I am recording the audio in the same environment. Now the JBL Quantum Surround software does not work on mobile phones. It works in the standard stereo mode. However, the audio is loud and clear. There is no static noise even at full volume. You can also connect the headphone to your mobile phone using the USB OTG adapter, but it works very nicely using the 3.5mm jack, especially if your mobile device has a dedicated DAC inbuilt. This is going to be a mic test for Koshini G20-200 headphone. I am recording the audio in the same environment. This headphone also comes with virtual 7.1 surround sound. In order to connect this headphone to your mobile phone, you need to use a USB OTG adapter as its wire does not come with the 3.5mm jack. The headphone comes with an omnidirectional mic, but it does pick up some ambient noise. Just to let you know guys, I am recording this audio using the mic of JBL Quantum 300 headphone. You can see this is the JBL Quantum software that I was talking about. You can use this software to configure the headphones. I have opened the microphone section and you can see the mic volume has been set to 100%, but I have to say amplitude of recorded audio is on the lower side. I use Audacity to boost the amplitude level. It's a free to use software. I'll be giving its link in the description. Let me just show you the equalizer section. So from here you can choose from any of the presets. You can see there are many presets. For competitive games I generally use the FPS equalizer, and when I want to game for longer sessions I use the long session equalizer. If you just want to listen to some music, you can use the clarity equalizer. You can very easily customize the sound according to your needs as well. So this software provides us with a lot of options to customize this headphone. Now in order to use the 7.1 channel virtual surround sound feature of this headphone, you need to go to here, spatial sound. You can see here as of now it's set in the stereo mode. So in order to use the virtual surround sound I need to enable this option, that is spatial sound. Now you can see the virtual sound system has been activated. You can test this setup as well. Just click on here channel ID 7.1. We need to change one more setting. Let me just show you that. We need to select the 7.1 channel from system sound setting as well. So just press the Windows key and type in change system sounds. Just open it and then click on playback. Make sure JBL Quantum 300 has been selected as the default device and then click on configure here. You can see here guys, I have selected the 7.1 surround option. By default the stereo option will be selected. So just select 7.1 surround, click on next. Make sure all of these options have been checked. Next, next, and that's it. Once you have enabled the spatial sound option here, just click on channel ID 7.1 to test it. It will output sound coming in from different directions. This headphone is really very good when it comes to hearing the footsteps of your enemies. The virtual surround sound really works very nicely. This is why it's a really good gaming headphone. We can also specify our head diameter and height in this software for better sound experience. All you need to do is enable this option, that is advanced mode. From here you can adjust the head diameter and also your height. So if you are 6 feet tall, then just move this slider to 183 centimeter. So these are the extra features that this software provides. Okay, so these are the amplitude levels of the audio recorded using the Microsoft Koshini G2200 headphone and JBL Quantum 300 headphone. On the top I have the audio from G2200's mic, and on the bottom I have the audio from JBL Quantum 300's mic. Immediately you can see the amplitude level of the recorded audio is higher with G2200's mic as compared to the amplitude level of audio recorded from JBL Quantum 300's mic. So I use this software Audacity to boost its level. This should be enough, but bear in mind that after boosting the amplitude levels, some form of noise may be introduced. So now I'll be playing an audio sample. I've set the volume to 100%. I'll be measuring the amplitude level of the right cup of G2200. After this I'll be playing the same sample on JBL Quantum 300 and will be measuring the amplitude level of its right cup. Alright, so it was within a range of 78 to 80 dBA. Now I'll play the same sample on JBL Quantum 300. So the audio level was higher on G2200 but not by that much, and even during real world usage I had observed that G2200 was louder than JBL Quantum 300, but still it's loud enough. Main thing is that the audio is very clear on Quantum 300. In the end guys, I was definitely impressed by the headset. I think it's one of the best headset in its price range. If you are looking for a headset that works with multiple devices and has very good audio quality, this is the headset to get. So guys, I'll end this video here. I hope you found it useful. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.